How do, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Freddie Adu on his Arsenal save on Footy Manager 2017. If you watched the last episode, you know it's not going all that well. Both Spurs and Man City are ahead of us in the league. They're on 67 points. We're on 58. On a glance, it looks alright because we've got a game in hand to Spurs. We can get back to within 6 points of them, but Man City also have a game in hand. To be fair, I don't think our record is that bad. Played 28, won 18, drawn 4, lost 6. Or maybe lost 6 isn't good enough. Especially looking at a couple of those losses that are in there. Palace and West Ham. Shouldn't really be losing those games. But their records are exceptional, particularly Man City's. To win 21 out of 28 games is fantastic. It's looking like the Premier League title might well be beyond us. And so in this episode, we're going to be playing Leicester at home in the Premier League. And then the big one, big one, Juve away in the Champions League in the second leg. 3-2 up, but they have 2 away goals, that means. So really it's advantage with them. We're going to have to go there. I don't know how defensive to go. We'll cover that in a minute. We'll cover that after the Leicester game, because if you were paying attention, Leicester were one of those losses. Leicester are actually our first loss on the entire save, I believe, actually. Let's just have a quick look. PSG. PSG beat us first, and Stoke. They were nowhere near the first loss. They were the first Premier League loss of the season, and it wasn't a very good one. The less we look at this, the better. So hopefully we're going to get a much better result this time around. That game is today, so let's get on with it. So this is the team that we're going to go with. I don't really need to read it to you, I don't think, other than Timon. It's the full strength team. It's the strongest team that we currently have. I know that the Juve game is in just a few days, but it's Saturday to Wednesday. That's a reasonable bit of rest time. And I'll keep an eye on the percentages and sub off anyone who needs it. But realistically, we can't trip up any more in the Premier League. Our next 2 Premier League games, as you might well have already seen, and I've already said a few times, our next 2 Premier League games are against the 2 teams above us. Man City, then an international break by the looks of it, and then Spurs. We need to win all 3 of these Prem games, and then probably all of these ones as well, if we're going to have a chance of winning this league title. We'll find out in the next 4 games whether we can win anything. Either we'll be still in 2 competitions, or we'll be in none over the next 4 games. That's big. That's very big. Wow, these odds are a bit 6-1 on to win, Leicester 10-1 to get a result. They beat us 3-1 in the other meeting this year. Those odds are a bit skewed, I think. I know they're down in 12th, but still, man, come on. And Ranieri has broken from the 4-4-2. They're going for a 4-1-4-1. Schmeichel in goal, Simpson, Morganhuth, Fuchs. That's pretty much nailed on. Amati, Albright, and King, Drinkwater, Mahrez on the left, with Vardy on his own up front. Attacking options off the bench, they've got a few. They've got Okazaki, Slimani and Musa, so they could definitely switch to a 4-4-2. They could switch to a 4-2-4 with those subs, so I've got to keep an eye on that. Alright, so we've dominated possession, but 25 minutes in the first attacking highlight looks, it might not be theirs actually, because Giroud heads the corner away and here's Alexis. Don't just run and then shoot, actually look up. We've got men streaming forward. Look at the amount of men forward again. Coquelin, play that ball, Timon, space, shoot, off the bar. Oh, that could have been his first goal for Arsenal. I think it was saved actually onto the bar from Schmeichel. I guess we'll get another look in a minute. Ozil will take the corner first though. It's a bit deep. Timon wins the header. Oh, Josh Timon all over the place. Let's have a look at this then. It's going to show the header. It's going to show nothing. Great replay. Cheers. And other than a booking for Bellerin, that's it for the first half. I'm going to quickly have a look at the match stats. 63% possession, dominating in terms of the shots. No clear-cut chances for either side though. And nothing's happened in the second half so far. This game is just drifting by. Nothing is happening. Sanchez had a really poor one. I'm going to take him off for Sakho and play Sakho as an advanced forward. Beyond that, Ramsey can come on for Fabregas and play in the same role. Let's go. And here's an attacking highlight finally. It looks like it might be theirs. Or maybe not. Okay, come on. Get that ball. Come on, Sakho. Don't lose the ball here. Play it inside. Good man. Ramsey. Create. Vidal. Don't be Mardy. Do something. Good ball. Giroud. Timon's getting up. Timon's up there. Okay, find someone, Josh. Find... Oh, who's it going to break to? It's broke for Sakho. Kind of. He's found Bellerin. Good play. It's... Oh, my days. Okay. Not really sure what to say about that. Let's take a look at the replay. What do I say about this? This is just FM. I can't see this ever happening. A chest. Yeah, okay, that's... I'll take it. Okay, let's get an actual goal now, lads. Let's get an actual goal. I don't want to win with that. Coquelin, Ramsey. Koscielny. Have a look. There you go, Vidal. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Good man. Giroud. Vidal again. Timon's free again. Yes, found him. Well done. Good ball, Josh. Sacco finish. And there we go. There's an actual goal. I feel better about this now. I feel much better. We've scored a legit goal. And with 77 minutes, we'll choose a key man for the Juve game and take him off. Vidal can't... Oh, Coquelin. Coquelin, absolutely Coquelin. Xhaka can come in. I kind of glossed over it, but this is a decent finish on his left foot. Does it hit Huth? Does it deflect? I don't think it does. I think it's just a tidy finish at the near post. Good goal. 88th minute. Simpson with a free kick for them. Plays it long. Mustafi's going to win it. And here's Ozil. Sacco. Good touch out of your feet. Get running. Oh, Kings got back to him and won it though. Here's Musa. They brought Musa on the left by the look of it. But he's just played it straight to Ramsey. Vidal. Back to Ramsey. Good man. Good ball for Bellerin. Bellerin's got a bit of space. Oh no. Very quickly closed down. But it's found Sacco. Can Sacco get his second? He fucking can. Rifles it in. Reminiscent of Mkhitaryan's finish at the weekend. Very good finish from my... what was I going for then? What was I going to say? My brain as well. I said Brian. What's happening to me at the minute? And it looks like that will be that as the game ticks away. I guess we're going to watch a bit of nothing for a few seconds. With Ramsey and now Xhaka, and the referee will surely blow the whistle any second. Giroud, Vidal, miles wide, and that should be it. And that should be it. And it is. There we go. A good win. Very happy with that. Very, very happy indeed. And I am going to say as much to the players. A bunch of them look complacent there, which I'm not too happy about, but that gets us into this past the 60-point barrier along with City and Spurs. 6 points behind Spurs now. And potentially 9 behind City whenever they play their game in hand. Superior goal difference to Spurs and City though, although City is probably only for now. Which could come in handy if we can beat them both and claw back. But I don't really know if that's going to happen realistically. We shall see. I feel like I've said we shall see enough so far, so I'm going to stop saying it. And with 1 game down and 1 to go, that harkens today's ad break questionarium. Today's question: how many times have Leicester City won the Premier League?
Did you see that pass?
Yeah, it was 6 still. It was mad.
Imagine being Mesut Ozil. It's all about your touch. Your vision. You need to know when to pass, when to think, and when to assist.
How may I assist? Hello, 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 hello. How may I assist?
You're in a league of your own. You take control all the time. And there ain't nothing you can't hit. Because winners create history. First never follows.
If you answered once, you're wrong. The correct answer is Des Lynam. Well, as you can see here, no rest for the wicked. We have Juve away tomorrow in a huge game in our Champions League campaign, and then 2 days of rest before the lunchtime kickoff actually at home against Man City in the league. In not two must-win games. One must not lose game and then a must win game with 2 days rest in between. And I kind of need first team players for both, and they've just been needed for that Leicester game as well. So a tough one on the legs, but I'm pretty sure after this it's an international break. It doesn't say it is, but there's a long time between games. Or maybe it's like a cup weekend and we're out. Something like that, I don't know. But we've got a break before Spurs. So hard on the legs for now, but then a decent bit of rest. And another thing there that doesn't really do us a favour, Spurs have been knocked out very narrowly. They've been very narrowly knocked out of the Champions League by Barca. The moment of truth, we'll just go to competitions. We'll just have to have a look at the Premier League results. Oh, City won. Fuck. So, with Bellerin suspended, Vidal ineligible, and fresh in the knowledge, I should say, that we are 9 points off the pace in the Premier League. We go in to this game at Juve, where we just have to really just avoid a spanking. Or not even avoid a spanking. Avoid defeat at all, really, because if they win 1-0, they go through. Alright, so somewhat trepidatiously, this is the lineup we're going with. We're going with Cech. Jenkinson as a wing-back on defend, same as Monreal. Koscielny, Mustafi as centre-backs, obviously. Might actually look at making... No. Coquelin dropping a bit deeper. Still ball-winning midfielder on defend, but in a deeper role, so he won't go up even as much as he was before. Santi, who I trust more than Fabregas, in deep line playmaker. Ramsey in box to box. Ox back on the right wing. Sanchez on the left. Target manager up front. You can probably hear in my voice that I'm nervous about this. Really don't want to go out of the Champions League, but I just can't steer staying in it. We were 2-0 up and cruising at home. We should have battered them. They switched to 3 up top and we didn't handle it. We were lucky actually to win it 3-2 at the very end with a great strike from El Neni, who's not on the bench actually. I might put him on the bench. Yes, I shall. In place of Fabregas. What's Fabregas's dark coloured PR? Reacted badly. What you reacted badly to? I hate that. I hate that it says unhappy with Freddie Adu's comments. Which ones? Which ones so I can address it? But never mind all that. Cue the Champions League theme. Juventus slight favourites, not by that much though. Their team: Buffon, Barzagli, Bonucci, Chiellini. Dani Alves, Khedira, he wasn't in last time. It was Marquisio in this position, and they had Asamoah in there. Sandro at left back, they had Evra before. Pjanic and Marquisio. Dybala, Higuain. That's once again a very strong team. I thought they might have started with the 4-3-3 that they had, which very quickly scored twice against us. I will have to keep an eye on that. Oh wow, look at that result from the team talk. I just told him a first leg lead is nice, but at this stage it doesn't mean anything. Go out and take control of this tie and look at all of them to a man. Let's go. Immediately, a minute and 40, they've coming forward. Oh, don't let him just get in like that. Come on, lads. Defend better than this, please. Higuain is being forced wide. That's pretty decent. They're playing it backwards to Chiellini, but there's just so much space for Khedira there. Might have to do something about that. Marquisio. Pjanic has space, and Dybala has acres. Oh, 2 minutes in, it could have been curtains already, and we'd have had to switch it up to go attacking. Oh, I'm nervous. Half an hour in, we have had none of the ball at all. It's been all them. If we just quickly have a look at the match stats, I think I'll get backed up. 65% possession. This is the least possession we've had in any game, home or away, all season by a distance. I'm going to take it off control. I've still started every single match on control. I've played nearly half an hour on control. I'm not going to go defensive. We're going to go counter. This is the first time ever in this save that a team hasn't just let us have the ball. They've dominated. We're going to try and play in that manner. Gonna not more direct necessarily, but we are maybe hit early crosses for Giroud. No, actually, I'm just going to leave it on counter and see how they do for now. Let's go. Okay, here we go. 4 minutes into playing on counter, Jenkinson throws it straight to Chiellini. Excellent stuff, mate. Marquisio. Oh, bring him down or something. I don't like Marquisio being on the ball. I know how good he is. Pjanic is also very good as well. Great ball for Higuain. Shoot from there, mate. Oh, dear. For a split second, I thought that was in. For a fraction of a second, My heart skipped a beat because I thought that I'd nestled into the side netting. Oh dear. This is not nice. This isn't a nice feeling. Why do I play this game? Mustafi has just injured Higuain and Mandzukic comes on. That probably scuppers. I'm just going to try and see if I can have a quick look at their bench, who's left on it. Yes, that scuppers their chances of going to 3 up top unless they want to play a non-striker up top. Shouldn't really celebrate that since potential foot injury. My man Mustafi just clobbered him. But half time, 0-0. Couple of slightly dodgy moments, but otherwise okay. Is there one about complacency? There is. Oh, don't get stressed, Carl. Please, mate. I need you to do a job here. A boring 0-0 will suit me down to the ground. If you just want to show no highlights for the rest of this game, I am absolutely down. We've sped on to an hour before anything's happened. Asamoah's come on at some point. Dybala. Asamoah plays it wide for Sandro. Get over to him, Carl. And Mandzukic is headed in. And now we have to score. So immediately let's pause. Then we've got half an hour. Alright, so I've brought Ozil on to try and save us, and that's what's happened. Switched off because the manager lacks credibility. It might be curtains for the Champions League. They've just brought a centre-back on for Pjanic. They brought Benassia on for Pjanic, and it's 75 minutes and we haven't created anything. I'm going to have to go more direct. Going to have to go on to overload. Hit early crosses, shoot on sight. More direct passing. Play fairly wide. Run at the defence. Come on, lads, please. Sanchez played poor again. Sacco played really well in the last game, scored a goal. He can come on. Oh, what other change can I make here, really? Coquelin off for Xhaka and deep line playmaker. Please, one of you, please. Please. Fuck off with your credibility. Highlight for them. Asamoah, Sandro. Nick the ball, come on. Yes. Come on, Xhaka. No, fuck's sake. And nothing highlight there. I thought for a split second it might be ours. It wasn't. Come on. Someone. Free kick for them. Chiellini. Come on, nick the ball. Someone win the fucking ball, please. Alexandro. Just did a little jump there, and Jenkinson's going to get sent off. In the text highlights, it just said that he committed a foul and got away with one, and then he immediately committed another one. So we're down to 10 men. Whatever, it doesn't matter at this point, does it? Don't know how that happened and why it didn't bother to show that happening. How did Benassia get that far forward and clean through? But that is it. We are out of the Champions League through a Mario Mandzukic header. Well, I called the last episode Salty Freddy, so I don't know what I'm going to call this one. My upstairs neighbours have started hammering. There's a short break here. They keep hammering on things. So I was going to record some more now, but through the combination of the hammering, probably coming out of the mic, and me just being a bit mardy, to be honest, we're going to leave it there for this episode. Laugh or you'll cry. Laugh or you'll cry, Freddie. So it's very worrying that so many players are suddenly saying that I lack credibility. In fact, let's give it another test now. We'll calmly say that wasn't good enough. No, none at that point. But little worrying that they're questioning my credibility quite this much. I mean, we are third. That's one better than Arsenal normally do. But we're not pressing for the title like I said we should, and they just generally don't feel that I'm good enough to be managing Arsenal, and it's starting to look that way. Out of the Champions League in the first knockout round, having come second in our group, not looking like we can win the Premier League. This first season is looking like a bit of a failure. The only chance that we have to rescue our season is to win these next 2 games, and these next 2 games will be the next episode, so join me for that. Leave a like on this video if you did like it. Leave me a comment telling me I'm shit and that you don't trust me just like my players do. And join me next time when our season will either carry on with the hope of winning the Premier League title, or we'll end with a series of dead rubber matches. To be honest, if we lose both of these, or even if we don't win both of them, I might just kind of play through and start the next video at the beginning of next season. I don't know, I shouldn't make that decision now because I'm still Mardy after losing to Juve. But anywho, thanks for joining me, thanks for watching. Check out Francis Jeffers. He crushingly, his save as Sheffield broke, just as it was starting to get really interesting. He'd survived for a second season in the 7th tier and was building his squad. The save crashed, which I'm sure all of you FM players, that's something you can empathise with. We've all been there. I kind of hope it's going to happen on this one now. That I might just say it did. What an excuse. But no, I'm going to soldier on.